I do not want James Harden back in Philadelphia. Running it back, as they say, sounds horrible to me. And I know people will talk about MVP, and I know people will talk about assist leader with James Harden, but the regular season accolades have never meant less to me than they do right now. Because you've been a number one seed, bounced out in the second round playoffs. You've had the MVP of the league, bounced out of the second round of the playoffs. Like we've seen we've seen as good as it gets from the regular season. We've seen an MVP, we've seen a number one seed, we've seen an assist leader, and it just nope, bounced out of the second round. Something does need to drastically change, and James Harden would be a drastic change. Changing your point guard, that would be a drastic change. So I'm going to go ahead and start walking down the path that James Harden is not back in the upcoming season. So then what do? There's nobody out there in free agency that you go, that guy, he'll be the guy to compete with Joel Embiid as the scorer, like the leading scorer of the team. So let's go ahead and assume they don't make a huge splash in free agency. Now you could trade Tobias Harris, but that's a mega huge Kajunga deal, even though he's going into the final year of it. Maybe it's a Tobias Harris trade that you make mid-season, but those mid-season trades never seem to work out that great. Maybe you use them even before the trade deadline, like you did when you got Tobias Harris here, or when you got Jimmy Butler here. You traded for him well before the deadline. So looking at it like that, what's going to be the next step for the Sixers? So this is what has crept into my brain. I mean, I think what the Sixers are going to end up doing is they're not going to go into next year with the stars of the show being Joel Embiid and James Harden. I think they're going to go into next year with the stars of the show being Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey.